y'all? It's your boy DEEBOCK, and you are now tuned in to episode 8 of My Thoughts. This week, we got a brief episode, man. We got some things that transpired in the NBA, and we got some things that transpired in the WWE. So let's get to it, man. Without further ado. First and foremost, we got to talk about the blockbuster trade that sent Lu Dort to the Atlanta Hawks in a 3-team deal that also involved the Dallas Mavericks, they acquire Zaccharie Risacher. In exchange, Dallas gets Ryan Nembhard. OKC also receives 3 second-round picks. You had to know it was going to happen at some point. OKC had too much young talent on its roster for it to be sustainable. Those young boys are talented. And when you got talent, eventually, you're going to have to open your wallet and pay somebody. You see, earlier in the offseason, they got rid of Aaron Wiggins. He was the first one to go to the Atlanta Hawks as well. Then they got rid of Isaiah Joe. They sent him down to Detroit. He was the second one to go. Now the third man out, a player that I've been fond of, Lu Dort, is the third one to go to Atlanta as well. Let's start looking at it from the Oklahoma City side of things. OKC loses its all-NBA defensive player in Lu Dort. You got a superstar on the opposing side of the floor? It's a 99.9% chance Lu Dort is going to be the primary defender. Man, I remember Lu Dort when he first came in the league, and he was playing defense on Kobe. I've been a fan of Lu Dort for a while, man. I always felt like he gave OKC that edge, that grit. You know, they're still going to be a great defense, but they definitely going to miss Lu. It's not going to be the same without him. Case and Wallace might be able to generate more turnovers. But that lunch pail guy, fight over those screens, give you a little extra effort, a little extra intangible. And Lu Dort, that tough-nosed, hard-hat defender, that's going to give you hell on the defensive side of the floor. His presence will definitely be missed. Like I said, man, OKC still going to have a prominent defense. They still got Caruso. Still got Case and Wallace. Still got Hartenstein. He could block shots. And they still got Chet on the back line. But from this point forward, OKC's suffocating defense will never feel the same again. Now, transitioning to the Atlanta Hawks side of things, they're going to have all defensive players in Lu Dort and Dyson Daniel. Oh, that defense finna be a problem, boy. That defense is finna be a problem. I don't know how you're able to score in the half court versus those two. I can't wait to see it. I might tune into a few Atlanta Hawks games. But one question is raised to my attention. Where will the perimeter shooting come from? One of those guys are going to have to come off the bench. Surely you can't play both of them at the same time. Although Lu did show improvement in his three-point shooting as he averaged 38% from beyond the arc this past season. If he could bump that up just a tick, he could find himself in the starting lineup. And you got to remember, out of the entire postseason run, the Atlanta Hawks gave the New York Knicks, the current reigning defending champions, the most trouble. They were the only team all postseason long to ever lead in a series against them. So you take that team and you add Lu Dort to it and Aaron Wiggins. Don't forget they also got Buddy Hield and a player I'm a fan of, Jalen Johnson, who could do everything. Score the ball, distribute, rebound. Atlanta finna be a problem in the Eastern Conference. ATL, they gonna turn up this up and coming season. On the Mavericks side of things, acquiring former first-round pick Zaccharie Risacher, pairing him with Cooper Flag and Kyrie Irving, you got to think he will fall into the third option. And I think it sounds about right for him, man. Take some pressure off his shoulders. Maybe he needs a new environment. You've seen in Atlanta, he started to fall out of the starting lineup. A definite blow to his confidence. I'm interested to see how things pan out for him in Dallas and if he's able to give a resurgence to his career. If the Mavericks can stay healthy, they got a good team on paper. Kyrie Irving, Cooper Flag, Zaccharie Risacher. Don't forget you got Klay Thompson coming off the bench. They got a good two-way player in Max Christie. They still got the Twin Towers in Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford. They could probably make a playoff run. And as far as OKC acquiring 3 second-round picks, Sam Presti finds a way to do it again, man. Keeping the Oklahoma City Thunder young. Given their draft history, the Thunder acquiring 3 second-round picks. That's a great move. Every team needs to have scouting prospects like the Oklahoma City Thunder. Them alongside the San Antonio Spurs have the best drafting outcomes. And the best player development process. I can't wait to see what those 3 second-round picks turn out to be. We're still awaiting LeBron James' decision. There's talks of Golden State teaming up with Curry, reuniting for the first time since Team USA. There's talks of him possibly going to Philadelphia with Jaylen Brown. And also in the conversation is Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra. Will he reunite in Miami? Teaming up with the Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bam Adebayo? I know last week I said I think the place he should go is Philadelphia. How they'd be an automatic finals appearance. That's where I think he should go. However, where I think he actually will go is the Miami Heat. It makes all the sense in the world. It's a place of familiarity with Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra. He played there for 4 years. His family's familiar with there. They've lived out there. Get an opportunity to be able to set up Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bam Adebayo, who I feel like, from a basketball perspective, need his playmaking ability and his basketball IQ more than any of his other options. You look at Philly, right? It'll be counterproductive. You got Tyrese Maxey handling the ball. You got Jaylen Brown handling the ball. Do you really need LeBron to be a third ball handler? Golden State. You got Steph handling the ball. You got B-Pods handling the ball. You got Draymond. Do you really need LeBron James, basketball IQ, handling the ball and making decisions? No. It'll be a square peg trying to fit into a round hole. Same thing with Cleveland, who I think is the worst fit. You got James Harden handling the ball, Donovan Mitchell handling the ball. Do you really need LeBron James to be a third ball handler and decision maker? No. But if he goes down to South Beach, he becomes the primary decision maker for a team that has Bam Adebayo and Giannis Antetokounmpo, who from a basketball perspective benefit from it the most. Can you imagine LeBron James and Giannis on a fast break? Although I do think their perimeter shooting will be question mark. I think from a basketball perspective, it makes the most sense, man. LeBron down in Miami. This past Friday on SmackDown, Jacy Jayne lost her interim WWE Women's Championship qualifying match to Women's United States Champion Tiffany Stratton. Why the fuck did this happen? Why? You got young, up and coming talent, Jacy Jayne. Somebody who actually wanted to make me watch SmackDown. She made me want to watch the show. Jacy Jayne made me want to watch SmackDown. She came up off NXT smoking hot. The best heel on the show. The audience raining down with boos every single time her voice graced the microphone. She finally gets an opportunity to propel her character forward in an interim Women's Championship qualifying match at SummerSlam, and you have her lose to Tiffany Stratton? Man, all Tiffany Stratton is known for is telling Charlotte Flair she 0-3 and doing backflips. She's already Women's United States Champion. She doesn't need the opportunity. She already has a title. So you just taking Jacy Jayne's character, all the work she put in to get her from NXT to arrive on SmackDown, all the momentum she had, and you holding her back. Why? Because Tiffany Stratton is perceived to be more popular? WWE is turning into a popularity contest. It's becoming less about what you can do in that ring and on that microphone and more about who knows you and who is on your good side. I'm extremely disappointed that Jacy Jayne did not win that qualifying match. So far, it's going to be Tiffany Stratton versus Jacy Jayne. So far, it's going to be Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. 3 other opponents to be determined. To be honest, I don't give a fuck who the other 3 opponents are. Because Jacy Jayne should have won that qualifier. And she should be your new interim WWE Women's Champion. We all know Jade not going to win it. What you going to do? Find a way to shit on Jade for the 3rd time in a row? Lost to Rehab Mania. Lost to Rhea again at Backlash. You gonna have her lose at SummerSlam too? To be like, yeah, Jade, you really ain't shit. Like, sense does that make, man? Don't do that to Jade Cargill. She's better than that. Oh, this company continues to want to push their own narratives and their own agenda. It's exhausting. When are we going to get something refreshing? When are we going to get something new? Jacy Jayne losing the WWE Interim Women's Championship qualifying match is disappointing. They tried to rectify this Saturday night's main event by having Fallon Henley and Laney Reed defeat Brie Bella and Paige for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, which I was excited about. But I want to see all of Fatal Influence draped in gold. That includes Jacy Jayne. During the Saturday night's main event between tag team match Cody Rhodes and CM Punk took on Sami Zayn and Gunther, Nick Aldis decided to seek retribution against Gunther, cowardly interfering in his match and costing him a shot at the WWE Undisputed Championship, blindsiding him and hitting him with the title. Michael Cole wants to paint the narrative that you're a victim. To me, you're a coward. You don't hit that man with the championship when his back is turned. If you had a problem with Gunther, address him the same week you choked your ass out. You want to wait till his guard is down and then get at him. Nick Aldis, I hope you get your ass whipped at SummerSlam. I hope you get your ass whipped, dog. WWE needs to make the match that we've all been waiting for. Ever since Trick Williams became United States champion. Ever since Carmelo Hayes lost the championship to Sami Zayn right before WrestleMania. That's Trick versus Melo, Melo versus Trick, reigniting their NXT feud, but this time for the United States Championship. Now, there's still time to make the match. But that's the match everybody wants to see, and that's the match I know I want to see. Two amazing athletes in the ring, charismatic on the microphone. They for sure gonna put on a 5-star match. And I can see it going either way. Now, for the final topic for my thoughts, episode 8, I wanted to discuss personal desire of mine. I enjoy talking about sports. I enjoy talking about wrestling. But to be honest, I want to do something a bit more fulfilling. What that is, I don't necessarily know yet. I don't have an idea. I do think, unfortunately, because of dwindling podcast views, this podcast, unfortunately, has an expiration date on it. Still getting views on clips and shorts across social media, and I'm happy about that and I appreciate that. But if I don't get any further support, this podcast is going to be done in about 10 episodes. So we got 2 more weeks of my thoughts, man. If you support this podcast, like, share, subscribe. Follow me across all my social media platforms. It's your boy DEEBOCK. Peace and love. I'm out.